Hi, this is Paul Slackett, Good News Planet, speaking to John Rosenfeld. Hi, John. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Excellent. How are you?
Okay, good. You're Executive Vice President, Retail Deposit of TD Bank. What's that? Toronto Dominion? Is that what that stands for?
It does.
Okay, and you're all around New York here, and tell us a little bit about the bank.
Well, TD Bank has a phenomenal presence there in New York, as well as from Maine to Florida. I think we stand out with regards to what we offer our customers in any relationship. Things like extended hours. We're the bank that's open 7 days a week. We're the bank with the coin counters in the lobby. We're the bank with real live customer service, 24/7. I mean, things you don't typically get from most banks.
Okay, that's good news. Tell us we're going to talk today about checking checkup, okay? So checking fees, are people still writing checks?
Oh, they are. Okay. And I think, but in truth, the checking relationship that most folks have with a bank is critical in many regards. It's how their debit card is linked to their account, their checks, online banking and bill pay, and all the different ways they may interact with a bank. And I think what's really top of mind these days is all these headlines about banks eliminating free checking or adding new fees or changing what they used to offer, no longer offering rewards. And a lot of customers are saying, well, what's going on, and what do I do about this?
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about what is going on and what customers should do about it.
Okay, great. So step one, someone opens up a checking account, and all right, they decide I do need a personal. Let's talk personal. I imagine business might even be different, but personal checking account. What are some things they should consider?
Well, so again, today with all this change about, most folks already have a checking account, and what I'd ask them to do is make sure what you currently have from the bank you're currently working with still really meets your needs. And I think it's important for customers to understand their needs. Do they want a bank that's open 7 days a week? Do they want a bank that, do they want access to online bill pay without having to pay a fee for that? What kind of balance are they going to keep in their account? And is that adequate to avoid unnecessary fees? For example, at TD Bank, we have one checking account that all you have to keep is $100 at any given time, and the checking account is free. Well, most banks, that minimum balance may be $500 or $1,000. So the other option that we just launched, and we're very excited, is what we call TD Simple Checking, which is kind of a new structure that most customers aren't used to. You do pay a fee every month, but it's only $2.99 if you're paperless or $3.99 if you're not. And you don't ever have to worry about having a minimum balance or having direct deposit or a certain number of transactions, and all those hooks and hassles. We're really focused on making it very simple for our customers.
Mm-hmm. How about some banks? I think you have to use it 10 times, 8 times or something. Is that another approach that some people are taking?
Absolutely. Some banks have taken that approach or similar to that. I know one bank that as long as you have direct deposit, but that direct deposit has to be over a certain amount at least once a month, and all these different kind of catches and hooks. And a lot of customers aren't even aware of exactly what do they have to do to maintain their free checking, if you will, or avoid any unnecessary fees. And so that's one of the reasons we developed a tool online at tdbank.com/checking, which we call our checking selector. And you can go out there and answer a few key questions, and it'll help you decide exactly what the best product, at least that TD Bank offers, would be for your particular needs. And the neat part is you can then click on a tab to compare what TD Bank offers you to what the competition offers. And I know the insurance industry has done this before, but I don't know of any other bank in the country that's willing to compare themselves to the competition on their own website. So it's something I'm pretty proud of.
Very good, very good. How about linking your checking to your savings? Is that a concept too?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's typically called overdraft protection. And, a lot of banks offer different means of overdraft protection, one linking to savings. You can also link to a credit card or to a line of credit to avoid, an overdraft fee. And there's been some recent changes in the regulations basically force banks to consult with their customers and make sure they understand or give options to the customers as to how an overdraft might be handled, whether it would be allowed to clear and result in a fee, or whether it would be declined right at the point of sale.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a big one, because if people, overdraft a checking account and they say they make 4 or 5 checks, it could amount up to a lot of money, couldn't it?
It could. I think overdraft is an interesting space, and I'd tell you that we offer something called TD Debit Card Advance, which has been extremely popular with our customers, and it basically gives customers choice. Hey, when you're at at a restaurant and you go hand your debit card to someone to pay the dinner bill, if you're short by, let's say, $20, $30, do you want us to pass, to actually approve the transaction and create an overdraft, or do you want us to decline it? And, honestly, it's pretty darn split between the number of customers that want one way versus the other. And I think offering that choice, which not all banks do, some banks have chosen not to offer that choice. And, we've seen that, clearly customers vote with their feet, right? And half of them want it, half of them don't. So I'm glad we have both choices.
Sounds good to me. This keeps people from having to wash dishes, right, John?
Exactly. Been there, done that.
Last question. What's good news for you?
I'm sorry?
What's good news for you?
Good news?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited about the changes that we're making here.
All right. Sounds excellent. All right, John, thank you very much, and we'll send people over to TD Bank / checking, and everybody should know their own financial condition. Well, we just finished tax season, right? So hopefully that's a wake-up call of unto itself, right?
Exactly. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, John. Bye-bye.